What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something completely different. I've never done this in the past. It is probably the most highly requested video from you guys. I've had comments on this. You guys have been messaging me on Instagram to make this video, so here you go. Today we're going to be doing the Dragonhawk Mass Flip versus the CNC P6. Now these two machines are going to go head to head and see the differences between them, which one might be better at something or which one might be worse at something. So here we go. We're gonna do it in a time-lapse sped up, real-time / sped up footage as well, just because if we're gonna use the actual footage of me tattooing it slowly, this video will probably go on for like 2 hours, right? So I'll just be giving my 2 cents on each machine and what I find are the pros of this one and the cons of this one, and the pros and cons of this one as well, which one does which better. So check it out right now. Alright, so let's kick it off with the P6. Now this is only my 4th tattoo into the P6. I've done a lot of flip tattoos, but this is the 4th one I've done on the P6. Now, let's just dive right in and talk about the pros of the P6. It does have a 3.0mm stroke all the way up to 4.0. Now, if you look at it like that, it doesn't seem that much, but it is still quite versatile. Now, what the P6 does really well is setting it at a lower stroke count, meaning at the 3.0 to 3.6mm stroke, it really shines in that setting because, well, the machine does really well for like fine line black and gray stuff. It does really well for realism, creating this little whip shady grainy stuff. It does excellent small grainy stuff. It also does realism black and gray well with soft shading using magnums. Now, I'm not saying that the 4.0 setting isn't worth playing with. You can. It still works decently good enough at 4.0. Although I do feel like the mass flip is superior when you set it at 4.0. This machine really, for me, is perfect for soft shading, dot work stuff, whip shading, texture making, stuff like that. You know when you're creating like beard or hair texture, you need a machine that doesn't oversaturate too much. You don't want a machine that is so powerful that when you create a whip line, it comes out black. You kind of want it grainy, soft, a little bit malleable, meaning you have a little bit of leeway, you have a little bit of give, so that you don't make a mistake of making it too dark. And I feel like the P6 is superior with a softer touch at the lower stroke count. Now the only con would be, well, at 4.0 it's not performing as well as the mass flip. I had a little bit, not too much of a hard time, but a more difficult time using the 4.0 stroke setting on this tattoo right here. Now, I only use the magnum to shade in the inner part of the petals, the black part, and it wasn't too bad. It's just that the mass flip, I believe, is just more effective when it comes to color filling stuff. But again, right here, doing this light shadows and trying to create thin lines for the petal details, stuff like that, I really like it for this stuff. And you'll see later, once this tattoo is complete, you're gonna see that it does a really good job with this style of tattooing. So if you are a realism, fine line, soft shading, soft looking type of tattoo lover, then this machine might work for you. Now, if you're a neo-traditionalist, if you're an American traditionalist, a traditional artist, Japanese, tribal, I don't know why, but if you're into tribal, then this machine might not be the one for you, because I feel like it has a little bit of issues when it comes to color packing and black saturating. But It has its pros and it has its cons. So there you go. That's all the info I have for you right now after using it 4 times. Overall, it's a pretty damn good machine and I am quite happy with this machine, how it's performing right now. Now let's talk about the mass flip. What haven't I said about the mass flip already? It is probably Dragonhawk's pound for pound best value for money machine. Right now, I feel like it is also their best selling machine. And hey man, it is a very versatile machine. It has a 2.6mm stroke all the way to 4.0. Now let's talk about the pros really quickly. At 4.0, it is an absolute beast. I love this thing. At 4.0, I hardly use this thing outside of 4.0. That's how much I like that setting. The reason why is I am a neo-traditional artist. I like to create heavy bold outlines, color saturation, and heavy black. Now, that is a major component when you're buying these adjustable strokes, that the 4.0 setting works really damn well, and it really does. However, the lower settings, the 2.6, 2.8, and 3.0, I feel like with this machine, it kinda doesn't need it, in my opinion. I feel like if they just sold this machine as a 4.0 machine, it would sell. But here you go. I'm trying to create the same kind of texture with what I did on that previous tattoo with the P6, and I'm not getting the same type of grains from it. I'm running it at 3.0, I believe, on this part of the shading, and yeah, I don't know if it's too soft or what, but I've tried using it on other tattoos and I did not like the soft shading of this machine. But it is Dragonhawk's king of tattoo machines, so it is worth your money, especially if you like 4.0. Short and sweet because it is what it is. Dragonhawk's best tattoo machine so far, budget-wise. Alright, now that you've seen the footage and heard my feedback and my experiences about these two machines, it's time for me to come to a conclusion. Now, for me, if you're looking for a harder hitting machine that can do like neo-traditional, American traditional, black fills, tribal stuff, anything with like heavy outlines, I feel like the mass flip can do it a bit better at 4.0mm stroke. Now, not to say that this can't do it, it's just that this does it a little bit better when it comes to that harder hitting stuff. But what this one does better, in my opinion, is when it comes to like realism, black and gray stuff. I've said it before in the past, I don't know why it is that way, but CNC machines, whenever I use it for like color stuff, it works. I mean, it takes not too much longer. This one is just more efficient really, but it can do it too. But when it comes to like black and gray, realism, soft shaded, nice little fine detail stuff, the P6 in my opinion does it a bit better at 3.0 stroke, which is their lowest stroke setting. Now if you wanna just work with this machine and do the dark shading of that piece, then you pop it to 4.0. Although it will not work as quickly as this one, it still does the job. Alright, so it's up to you guys really on what you want. They are both in a very similar price point. I think CNC realized that it's a machine that is quite similar to the Flip, and they wanted to be a little bit more competitive with the Flip. So they priced it a little bit lower. I believe it's selling for $169. I could be wrong. You can check it out yourself, link is in the bio. Also, Mass Flip is still the king of Dragon Hawk's pound for pound best value for money machine. I've mentioned it in the last video. Check it out as well. Alright, that's it for this video. Don't forget to hit that like, comment below, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, let me know what you want to see, guys. Like, comment below what machines you want to see, what other brands you want to feature into this channel, and I'll try to contact them and see what we can do. Hit that bell so that you're notified on what's coming next, and I'll see you all on the next video. Later.